KURINJI Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
KURINJI Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Hi students, good morning. This video I would like to start our 11th standard a new chapter. Up to now in physiology, human physiology, 4 chapters we completed. Digestion and absorption related with the human digestive system, and breathing and exchanging human respiratory system wise, and then body fluids and circulation, circulatory system, heart, regarding heart and blood supply, and then up to last videos excretory production, their elimination, excretory system of human being. That 4 chapters regarding the human physiology we completed. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುನ್ನಾಡಿ animal kingdom 1 chapter completed, and structural organization of animals in the animal body composing with what are the different type of tissues, that also completed. So in this video I will start a new chapter, that is locomotion and movement. This locomotion and movement chapter give the clarity about muscular and skeletal system. So what is the link between the muscular skeletal system with the locomotion and movement? Explanation time I will be explained. Okay, let me start today video session. Locomotion and movement. Here I will go for a basic principles of life characteristics. From there onwards I will be come from and extract some knowledge. See, what is locomotion, what is movement? And these two words in the 11th standard first chapter, living word, in the first paragraphs, a living organism is expressing some of the life characteristic. That life characteristics time, one thing, living organism will show something movement and locomotion. That is a statement is given, correct now? So now, what is the differences between the locomotion and the movement? Is there any similarities are there, any variations are there? So for example, if you take a movement, it is an action, both are actions, either locomotion and movement, both are action, but in the movement action time, it is not yet giving the chance for change of the position, changing in the position. Okay, maybe in sometimes in the physics, maybe a moving train like that, but here movement means without any position change, we can able to show the something movement. For example, in front of you, I stand without movement of my legs, no change at all in my place. I can able to show movement, my hand movement. Okay, our eyelids are moving, correct only na? Oftenly our eyelids will be moving, that is also movement. But now such a movement, how it differ from the locomotion? Locomotion means a movement, that movement consisting with the change of the position. That regarding what topic we discussing, which organism we discussing, that organism when it is shows the locomotion, that organism moving the one place to another place. Now I will be give the some little examples. Plant can able to show the movement, but plants does not show the locomotion. That is a statement, Nana. By the wind, plant can able to show movement, the leaves and stems, these and all branches, they can able to move, but plant never move the one place to another place. So plant doesn't show the locomotion, movement wise it will be expressed. But a locomotion time, already I said na, locomotion contains the movement. In that time these position will be changed, place will be changed. That only meaning nana. Motion means movement. Another name of the movement synonym word loco. Why we given the name prefix is a loco means a location will be changed. If you using the in our general life that location is so good, this location is so good means location is nothing but a place indication. So that is a thing. Now when you coming to the second side heading under the locomotion and movement, muscular skeletal system. I kept it is not a our NCERT heading. It is a general explanation wise I used this heading muscular skeletal system because here either locomotion or movement in the higher individuals, higher organisms, it is controlling by or done by the muscular skeletal system. For example, I am showing my hand movement. You are showing your hand movement by the skeletal system. Think it nana, just think it in our body without skeletal system. If you remove our total skeletal system from our head to up to leg, from the cranium to up to thumb finger of the leg, we remove that skeletal part, our total mass, muscular part will be collapsed. It will be stick on one place. It can't have the proper shape. So by the skeletal system our body contains something shape, along with that it can able to perform the movement involvement. So that is a thing. For example, think it. Only skeletal system is there, we remove the total muscles from our body. Only skeletal system can able to show anything movement, that also not yet show anything proper movement. So here highly advanced organism when they are showing the locomotion or movement, the involvement of the muscular and muscles and skeletal system in their body. So that's why I kept the name muscular skeletal system. Okay. Previously, before going to our human muscular system and skeletal system, some of the movement locomotion wise introduction we want to know. See here this locomotion and movement is a changing of the position and posture. Position change. If the position change, that will be tells about locomotion. Posture change of the body, that is indicates the movement. Okay. For example, in Bharatanatyam some symbols are there. Okay, that is a posture. By that doing of dancing Bharatanatyam without changing of any place, that by the putting of the posture, different posture. Posture means nothing but a style, pose, photographic pose. Okay, that is done by the movement. That movement done by the muscles and skeletal system. So here the changing in the position and posture of the body by the muscular skeletal system. Now here all the living organisms can able to show the locomotion and movement. That is the main thing first. All organisms can't show locomotion. For example, in the animal kingdom, we seen Protozoa is the first phylum, second phylum is a Porifera. In the Porifera, 11th, in the animal kingdom time, we discussed about the Porifera. In that Porifera, organisms are sessile. One word came, correct na? Sessile. Sessile means which organisms are attached to the substratum can't show any locomotion. Such a thing. So locomotory organs are not at presence in all the individuals of animals, but they can able to show the movement. Okay, now you understand. Movement is a somewhat of primitive character, and then locomotion is a advanced character. That you understand. And then next, based on the locomotory organs, the type of movement will differ. What are that locomotory organs? In the lower standard you studied locomotory organs. For example, in Protozoa organisms, they are contains with pseudopodium. Pseudopodium means a false leg madri, but it is not real leg. But it can useful in the locomotion. Correct na? Amoeba with the pseudopodia, it can able to move from the one place to another place. But that pseudopodia not only for locomotion, it is useful for multi-purpose. Okay, for taking of the food item also pseudopodia will be helpful. So whatever it is. So that locomotory organs in different individuals in the animals, they differ. Based on the types of movements, three types of movement. Very important, Nanna. Amoeboid movement and ciliary movement and muscular movement. Amoeboid movement is a primitive organisms movement. So amoeboid movement by the pseudopodia. Pseudopodia, already I given the general example. Protozoa organisms are showing the pseudopodia. Not all protozoans. Some of the protozoan organisms, they are having the cilia. Verticella is there now. That verticella having the cilia. Paramecium is there now. Paramecium body also covered by these cilia. Correct? So here this ciliary movement, amoeboid movement is a primitive characteristics of organisms. So whatever it is, but here one thing we want to know, advanced organisms also, as like human beings also, in our body all different type of movements we can shows. Okay, why, how sir, how it will be possible? We doesn't have pseudopodia, but internally some of the cells having the pseudopodia. We doesn't have cilia, but internally our body parts having the ciliated epithelium. So our body is the best example to express the all different type of movements. See, I will be explain. First one, amoeboid movement. That amoeboid movement by the pseudopodia. That pseudopodia time in the cells, unicellular cells are there na. That unicellular condition, cells inside frames are there. I mean cytoskeleton elements. Cytoskeleton elements. Cytoskeleton means how our skeletal system is framing to our body posture, like that. Cytoplasm also something filaments are there. That filaments we call as cytoskeleton filaments. That only we call as microfilaments. That only we call as a microfilaments. That microfilaments useful for formation of the pseudopodia. In our body, leukocytes. In our blood, leukocytes, WBC cells, like leukocytes and macrophages. These two we seen in the blood composition analysis time. These leukocytes can able to move by the pseudopodia movement, amoeboid movement, and macrophages also, because of it travel through the blood circulation from the one place to another place. So how amoeba in moving in the water media, like these leukocytes, macrophages can moving the one place to another place in our body. So our body amoeboid movement will be occurs by the leukocytes and macrophages. One type of movement is completed. And then second thing, ciliary movement. If you see in that ciliary and flagella, euglena is there, euglena having the one lash-like structure. That lash-like whip-like structure is using for movement, correct or no? As a hair-like structures we call the cilia. Now in our body, in which place these ciliary movement will be occurs? In our body, some of the visceral organ or tubular organs. Tubular organs is contains that lined by the ciliated epithelium. You remembered or not? Structural organization explanation time I said ciliary epithelium. That ciliary columnar epithelium, like that some words I used. So which is the epithelium on the surface area having the something minute cilia, those cilia nature, containing nature, if it is present inside of the body, that is called ciliated epithelium. Now that ciliated epithelium we seen or occurs in the respiratory passage. Here trachea is there na. Trachea, that trachea lined by the ciliated epithelium. Not only that, genital duct, especially in the female reproductive system, fallopian tube lined by the ciliated epithelium. Not only that, ventricles of brain, our brain inner side, some cavities are there. Next chapter time I will be explain paracellular, diacellular, some cavities. That cavity contains something fluid, that is a cerebral fluid. Even spinal cord also contain the some little bit canal, spinal canal. In that spinal canal also lined by these cilia. That movement of the cerebral fluid by these cilia. Okay. So as like these genital duct time also fallopian tube. In 10th standard you studied fertilization of male and female gametes in human being occurs in the fallopian. From the fallopian onwards, zygote want to move up to fertilization for the fertilization uterus. That movement of the zygote controlling by these ciliary movement. That cilias will be shows something wave like movement. Now I will be give the one imaginary view. Just we think it in the summer season when the crop paddy totally is become a harvesting condition. On the time when you visited your crop fields, any wind came time. If you observe that wind movement on the crop top surface, by that wind crop will be going to just like a wave like movement. Such a type of movement we call the ciliary movement. One by one it will be passed on. Or else in the normally I am telling one more example. In the Onam, in the Kerala, they are celebrating boat competitions. On the time the 20 or 30 members boat competent people will be sat on the boat. One by one they are moving their oar. Oar means that water move pressure movement of the water purpose that boat people are using, that is called oar. So by using of that oar, one by one boat will be moved. Like that type of movement we can able to see by the ciliary movement. That only I explained here. Occurs in our internal tubular organs such as the respiratory passage and genital duct, ventricles of the brain. Okay, that places lined by the ciliary epithelium. This word you should be remember Nana. Okay, then next one, muscular movement. Okay, it is an advanced character. Now I will be compare isn't of the different characteristics of the animal kingdom phylums. Did you heard any muscle word in the Protozoa or Porifera second phylum and Coelenterata third phylum and fourth phylum Ctenophora, fifth phylum Platyhelminthes? Correct na? In this first phylum, sir, did you heard any muscle? Muscle tissue is developed like that anything? We doesn't hear. But after Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, Nematoda, Ascaris lumbricoides organisms. If you check that animal body wall lined by the circular muscles. So first time we seen the muscular tissue in the Nematoda, Aschelminthes onwards. After Platyhelminthes. Okay. Then onwards, see locomotion we can able to easily distinguish Peritima. Phylum Annelida best example Peritima posthuma ethvam is moving by the contraction of the muscles of a body wall. Correct na? Adikapram next Annelida after Arthropoda easily move very fastly. Then after mollusca organisms very fast. Then Echinodermata somewhat of more fast. Then along with muscles sensory organs also will develop. Correct na? So it is an interconnection of the several organization systems of our body, whatever it is. Animal's body, our body means animal's body. So here muscular movement, limbs, tongue, jaw. In our body what we are showing the movement that and all by the muscle. We are showing muscle we are showing limbs, hand and legs movement means that is a muscles, and tongue. Okay, now I am speaking with you, I am teaching to you. Inside of my mouth, the tongue is moving. That is a totally muscular contraction and relaxation. Along with jaw, another thing. Jaw also want to show something movement. Okay, so but it is not a locomotion. Correct na? So these and all movement controlling by the muscular. It is a higher organisms it contains. In the phylum Nematoda, body wall made up of the circular muscles. That is the first time we seen the muscles. Okay, now enter into a real concept of our chapter, the muscle. What is muscle? Already you know that muscle introduction concepts. Because of structural organization time, we seen different type of animal tissues, epithelial tissue and connective tissue after muscle tissue, next nervous tissue. Correct only now. So especially this is a chapter regarding to the locomotion and movement. So how muscular system is playing important role in the movement and locomotion. These things we want to know. So come to the topic. Muscle. This muscle is origin from the mesodermal origin. Mesodermal origin. That means in the embryonic germinal layers, 3 germinal layers are there in human being, ecto, meso and endo. From that mesodermal origin onwards, muscle will be produced. This muscle is occupying or contributing the 40 to 50% of the body weight. Our body weight 40 to 50% are given by contributed by the muscle itself. Now these muscles are having the special properties. That special properties are excitability and contractibility and relaxation. Okay, excitability mean a sudden changes happens means that sudden changes will be controlling, okay, or conveying by these muscles. And contractibility, an unnecessary time it will be going to contract, or necessary time it is contract. And relaxation, generally when it is not at functioning on that time, relaxation. So these three are very significant functions. By these three characteristics only, muscle can able to involving in the locomotion and movement. And then next, these muscles are playing important role in the locomotion and posture, primary involvement. Correct. So if any higher organisms want to show anything posture or anything locomotion, that is done by only muscles. Now about regarding muscles. Structure of the skeletal muscles. Structure of the skeletal muscle. Basically 3 type of muscles we know. One is a skeletal muscle, another one is smooth muscle, cardiac muscle. Especially here we want to discuss about skeletal muscle, because of skeletal muscle only play an important role in the locomotion. So now to start, that skeletal muscle also called as a striated muscle. Striated muscle. Why it is called striated muscle? This position I will tell. Okay. Now if you are for your understanding wise, you are all when you are eating non-veg, that too kebab, chicken kebab. Okay. That some of the flesh you are plucking by your incisors from that kebab piece, okay, mutton piece or chicken piece. So when you are plucking type of that flesh, it is attached to the bone, correct na? Now such a type of muscles only we call as a skeletal muscle. Now that skeletal muscle composition we are saying, this is the muscle, okay, just example think it, our bicep onwards I taken a small piece of the muscle. That muscle understanding in the under microscope, what are the different structures are there? See, muscle covered by the one layer, that is a fascia, collagen connective layer, connective tissue layer, collagen connective tissue layer, that is a fascia. Why it is called fascia means these muscle containing with a bundles of fascicles, numerous number of fascicles are present in the one muscle. Now I taken one fascicle, that fascicle is covered by the epimysium. Now inside of the fascicle again a minute fibers are there, that fibers we called as a muscle fibers. That muscle fiber lined by the perimysium, and then inside of the perimysium still lot of fibers are there, microfibers, that is called myofilaments or myofibrils. That myofibrils are lined by the covered by the endomysium. Okay, so totally 4 things you should be remember. If you take muscle from our body, that muscle composing by the several fascicles, okay, that all fascicles are covered by the fascia. Now from that muscle onwards I am taking the only one fascicle, that fascicle covered by the one layer, connective tissue layer, that is the epimysium. That epimysium ulla inside several muscle fibers are there. That muscle fibers are covered by the each and every muscle fiber covered by the perimysium. Then these perimysium ki ulla myofilaments are there or myofibrils are there. That myofibrils are nothing but it is also one of the functional unit in the muscle. Okay, so that myofilaments covered by the one connective tissue layer, that is the endomysium. So sequence fascia, epimysium, perimysium, endomysium. Okay va? Okay, and then muscle inside fascicles, fascicles inside muscle fiber inside myofilaments or myofibrils. Okay, now when you see that myofilaments on the surface area, shaded parts are there. By these shaded parts, its appearance is a striated. Stripes are there na. So by presence of these stripes only, we call the skeletal muscle is a striated muscle. Striated muscle. On the skeletal muscle outside also these stripes will be appears. Okay. Now you are all are doubt what is the reasons for that striates. Okay, that stripes. Reason is if you are fully examined under electronic microscope with electronic microscope of these muscle fiber, that is made up of the two proteins. Here I didn't write, next class I will say that proteins are actin and myosin. Now instead of the actin and myosin, I will be using the two words. One is a light band, another one is a dark band. This is a light band, another one is a dark band. Alternatively arrangement of the light and the dark band. So first one if you take, that is a light band, later that is a dark band, later again it is a light band. Okay, so one light band we call as a I band, dark band we call as a band. Now the middle of the light band one line is there, that is a Z line. It is not N nana. For your conventional wise I mentioned in the vertical way. Okay, Z line. Simultaneously in the dark band one more line is there, that is a M line. It is a Z line, it is a M line. Z line presence in the A band and M line presence in the A band. So I mean light band. In the light band contains the Z line, and then dark band or A band contains the M line. So alternatively these light and dark bands are arranged on the myofilaments or myofibrils. So here one Z line to another Z line, one Z line to another Z line distance we call as a sarcomere. Here just think it nana, Z line is present in which place? Light band madhya, correct na, middle of the light band, correct na, and another light band middle, up to another light band middle we called as a sarcomere. Okay, now sarcomere contains the two halves of light band, and one full of dark band. That too, either side of the dark band two halves light bands are there. That you should be remember. So a sarcomere composing by the two halves of I band or light bands and one full dark band. Okay, that we call as a sarcomere. Now inside of that muscle fiber, now come to the somewhat of back. Okay, up to now I discussed about what is the reasons of appearance of these stripes. The stripes are given by the alternative arrangement of the light band and the dark band. Okay, and then come to these muscle fibers presence in the myofibrils are present in the muscle fiber. Now that muscle fiber is a functional unit. Okay, sarcomere is a functional unit in the muscle, but here structural unit wise we are taking muscle fiber. Now that muscle fiber in the condition of syncytial stage. How our body, if you take one cell, the cell understanding wise the cell nucleus, what is the presence inside of the cytoplasm, cell organelles are there. Like that we want to understand about the muscle fiber. That muscle fiber having the condition in the syncytium stage. So one single cell, if it is contains with a many more number of cells, many more number of nucleus, not cells nana, within one cell, if it contains the many more number of nucleus, such a condition we call the syncytial stage. Okay, that syncytial stage will be appearance in the muscle fiber. What is the reason? Here one muscle fiber is formed by fusion of several myoblast cells. One myoblast cells, adjacent myoblast cells, like that 10 myoblast cells are combined to each other. If 10 myoblast cells are combined to each other, it will form the one tube. Okay, all cytoplasm will mix up. So mixing of the 10 myoblast cells, how many nucleus are we can see in that fiber? 10 nucleus. That 10 nucleus condition only syncytial stage. So if any cytoplasm containing with more number of one single nucleus, such a stage we called as a syncytial stage. Okay. So like that appearance we seen because of fusion of more number of myoblasts. Myoblast cell nothing but a muscle cell we call as a myoblast cells. But here muscles in the not at form of myocells. Okay, cell not at cell condition, it is a fiber condition. That fiber is a mingling of the several myoblast cells. Now inside of the cytoplasm, multinucleated stage, that only we call as a syncytial stage. Now cytoplasm is there, that sarcolemma. Sir, suddenly you change the one word, sarco. Why you are using this word? Sarco means indication muscle. Each and every word or each and every statement, it gives the nickname of that organ. For example, how renal means a kidney or how hepatic means a liver, like sarco means related to the muscle. So sarcolemma means outer layer of the muscle fiber. And then sarcoplasm, nothing but cytoplasm, which is the cytoplasm we see in the muscle cells, muscle fibers, that we call as a sarcoplasm. And sarcosomes. And then sarcoplasmic reticulum. Generally endoplasmic reticulum is a name, but instead of the endoplasmic, sarcoplasmic reticulum is another name of the ER. That ER significant role is a storage of calcium ions. Okay, this is the structure of skeletal system. Okay, now if you see in this muscle, inside each and everything is a one muscle fiber. Okay, that is about muscle structure. Later I will tell about internal ultrastructure of muscle. That means I said actin and myosin filaments are there. About regarding that internal arrangement of the actin and myosin. Let me wait up to that.